Hey guys, so I am here with Pretty Bella, a big old thoroughbred mare. She's been here a while, she's really sweet. I want to talk a little bit today about collection or natural collection and why we do it and how we do it. What I want you guys to think about is when horses travel, if their head is up, their weight's going to be on their front end, and we don't want them to travel on their front end. We want them to travel from behind, okay? And meaning that they're using their butt to drive forward so that horses move from back to front. When their head is up, their weight goes on their front end and it goes from front to back. That also makes them heavy, makes them trip more. And Bella, when she came here off the track, head was up, and she's weak on her back end. So we're working on that. And we do that through what I call natural collection. And natural collection is when we collect the horse, when they bend at the pole, it helps engage that back end. And that doesn't mean that I always ride in collection for what we're doing. Now, if we're riding dressage or English or whatever, we may want to ride more collected, but this is how we start. And for me, I like to get horses collected when I'm trying to correct them or get their hips engaged or get their head down. And I do this naturally, and I do this naturally through the release of pressure. I'm not using any contraptions to force them to get their head down. So we start by, when I get light contact, I'm just touching their mouth with the little snaffle bit here. I'm gonna hold, and I'm just sitting straight up, and I'm gonna hold till she gets soft. And when she gets soft, now I'm not asking her to back here, but when she drops her head, I'm gonna release. So I'm just gonna hold here. I've got about 2 ounces of pressure, and I'm just gonna wait on her. And just watch her. When she's thinking about it there, she's gonna look for an out by moving her head, and she kind of dropped there. I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt. I'm there, and I'm gonna release. So that's what I was looking for. So I'm not asking her back, I'm sitting up. I'm not sitting in a back position. So I'm just gonna hold her. I want her to, there. And I hope you guys can see that. So she's going to learn how to get soft in the pole by the release of pressure. Meaning that anytime I get light contact in the corners of her mouth, that I release. Traditionally, what we do is we hold it and force them to stay in it. I want them to learn to go into it by that they know the release is going to come. It's also really important when we're asking for collection that initially we're not forcing them to collect, because we're lengthening this top line of the neck. And it's just like stretching. If we took a tie down or even a martingale and we force them or we hold them in it and force them to stay collected, imagine if you were working on doing the splits for the first time and somebody tried to pull your legs apart. It would tear something. So we do this incrementally, little at a time. So with doing this the natural way of just teaching them to release through the pressure, through the release of pressure, they start stretching that top line. So once it's pretty good, just standing here, now there, very good, and I'll reward her. I'll start to do it at the walk. And we do this in 2 ways. Just get her going here. I'm gonna hold light pressure. I'll try this as I come back around. I'm gonna hold light pressure on the corners of the mouth. I'm gonna drive with my calves through my legs. And when she releases, I'm gonna release with my hands and my legs. Just gonna move her out here for a sec. Just so she doesn't get too sticky. All right, so we go back into the walk. The goal here is if I can't do this good just 1 beat, I'm not going to get 2 beats or 3 beats or 4 beats. So I just want to get 1 good beat. So I'm going to squeeze, drive with my cat, release. Very good. Good girl. If we do something great at 1 step, 1 beat, it can be good at 2 and 3 and 4. Beautiful. That's all I'm looking for. I'm holding, I'm driving. Nice. She got real soft right there. So the way I do this, I get this really good at the walk. And I always start with 1 beat. If I can get 1, then I might be able to hold for 2 beats. 1, 2, and then get out. The tricky part is learning when to get out before they pull their head. And then once that starts getting good at the walk, I can start working on it at the trot. So I'm holding, release, holding, hold through that, release, hold, release, release. So we're just going to find a nice place to stop. Whoa. I'm going to hold till she gets soft, and I'm going to release. So it's not natural for us to touch a horse's mouth with a bit. There's nothing natural about it. The natural part is how they learn to release. They learn that the release of pressure, where that's at, so that they find natural collection, where it's easiest for them to drop their head and get away from that pressure. And then before long, they just get to where when you just touch their mouth, they're going to look for that because that's where the release of pressure is, and then it becomes natural. Bella did a great job. She's a really special mare. You guys send a lot of likes and love to her, and we will see you guys down the road.